I'm one of the creators of the Mount Hideaway Mysteries movie, and I'm also a homeschooling dad. And part of the reason that we made this movie was out of the frustration as a parent of trying to find movies and TV shows with strong, virtuous female role models for my young adult daughter and for young women like her. But the good news is that we now live in a world where independent filmmakers can make feature-length movies and distribute them for sale worldwide on streaming platforms like Amazon and Apple TV and Google Play and others. So that's just what we did. The producer, the lead actors, the music composer, and many of the cast and crew members of our movie come from homeschooling families here in Virginia and the Mid-Atlantic region.
Being homeschooled prepared me well for the multitasking, creating my own schedule, making sure that everybody had everything on the days they needed it. It prepared me for producing.
One way that homeschooling really prepared me for the life of an actor is that they're both very non-conventional. I never felt required and pressured to fit into a certain mold. And so I have that freedom and that flexibility to pursue what God's calling me to do.
I was homeschooled myself. I was homeschooled my whole life from whatever age you actually start school, and all the way to all the way to my college level.
So I was homeschooled through all of elementary school. My mother taught me. She also homeschooled my 3 older siblings too, and I was homeschooled through parts of high school also.
So in addition to having a lot of homeschoolers in the cast and crew of the movie, we made a deliberate decision to incorporate homeschooling in the actual plot of the story, and to do so in a way that treats homeschoolers with respect and dignity, and to hopefully try to counteract some of the misconceptions and stereotypes that we all often have to deal with.
Was that even legal?
Mom.
Many successful people are homeschooled. Olympic athletes, movie stars. I think it shows initiative. Very entrepreneurial, James.
Oh, Joy, I'm headed to the church to take some food. Do you want to come with?
No, I'm good. I'm almost done with my ancient history module, and I still have to feed the bunnies.
With your dad helping to teach business and Bethany's mom helping out with social studies, you kids are getting some really great projects and field trips along with your homeschool curriculum.
Their dad was Special Forces, and we moved around a lot. And both the girls are exceptional, each in their own way. And, well, we just felt like it was the best decision for our family.
Ugh. Where'd you learn to fight like that?
I was homeschooled.
What?
My physical education included baling hay and studying Shaolin Kung Fu.
It was really cool to see homeschoolers represented in the movie because it's not something that you often see in Hollywood, especially what it really means to be homeschooled, the cool opportunities that you get, especially for the different type of education, the unique side of it that you can get.
Other homeschoolers will love this show because it's finally something different. I always kind of resented that stereotype of homeschoolers where they were all like really awkward and like antisocial, like maybe a little bit, but who isn't? This is just so empowering because there's so many complex homeschool characters. There's so many cool people to look up to that also happen to be homeschooled.
And so it's really special to me that the film is about homeschoolers. Most of the kids are homeschooled in the film, and I think that's just so phenomenal because we don't get featured in movies ever, really, but also I think homeschoolers are just going to love this movie because it's wholesome, but it's fun.
We wanted to make a movie that avoided the graphic violence and the sexual situations that are so prolific in movies today, but also that had enough action and dramatic conflict and character development and plot tension and things like that so that grown-ups could enjoy the movie as well.
I'm excited about this project because I have a rule as a father, and I happen to be a pastor also, that if I can't sit down and watch a movie with my young adults, my youngest is 17, then I can't watch it. And so this definitely fits the bill of I can watch it. So I appreciate it.
This kind of movie is something that is
I think, becoming a desire for a lot more of it, because there is a lot of people out there who wants family-oriented films, and they're not seeing that in the theaters and on Amazon and all the other networks.
One of the favorite things I love about this film was how funny it was. I knew it was going to be family friendly, but I didn't know how funny it was going to be. I found myself laughing from beginning to the end. Also thought that it was a very beautiful film. I loved the choice in color correction and some of the more moody scenes. Like, it was just aesthetically just beautiful, and I just loved how it looked.
What's so neat about this film is there's so many great examples for young women, strong and courageous, also tender and caring about their town and the people, and both just kind of the strength that they have and the love that they have for one another.
What I really liked about Mount Hideaway Mysteries was the family values, and it's family friendly, so you can really watch it with anyone. It's good for your grandma, it's good for your boyfriend, it's good for whomever. So I really love having the opportunity to share it with all of my loved ones without it being inappropriate or awkward. So I really loved the series for that. And I also love Mount Hideaway Mysteries for the strong female leads and the storyline. I got to play a strong female that was a little bit different from the other female leads, but that's what makes it so fun, is there's a lot of role models and mischievous characters.
During the time that we were producing this movie, my wife and I adopted our daughter from the foster care system. She was 13 at the time, and the cast and crew of the movie just embraced her and made her feel so special. And she jumped right in and helped us with some of the behind-the-scenes work and even played a background role in the movie. So now, making these movies is part of my daughter's homeschool education and her vocational training.
It's homegrown. I mean, it's here in Virginia, it's shot in Virginia. The folks that are in it and worked on it are from Virginia. And what I liked about it the most was traveling throughout the various settings and the countryside here. It's beautiful.
It's in the Virginia area, like it's right in the Shenandoah Valley. And there's a lot of natural beauty and hidden gems all throughout the area. And I thought, that's really cool. And I would love to support that.
Up until very recently, the ability to make a feature-length movie and to then distribute that movie in a meaningful way worldwide was the purview of a select few. But we now live in a world where the media world is changing and the Hollywood oligarchy is falling apart. So we have an historic opportunity to tell our stories our way. So this is our home-based cottage industry. We funded this movie ourselves, and we're distributing it ourselves using the streaming platforms such as Apple TV and Amazon and some of the others. If enough people buy and rent our movie, then we'll be able to make more family-friendly movies that portray homeschoolers and people of faith with dignity and respect, and we'll be able to encourage other people to do the same thing. We're telling our story, our way, from our home.